Hey everyone, I am TH Pine and welcome to Farlight Explorers. So Farlight Explorers is a space survival game of some sort, which came to Steam Early Access today. And well, I have good and bad news. The good news is the premise is pretty good and there's actually quite a bit to do already. The bad news is the implementation is utter crap and the game is not tested and buggy and the controls are terrible, and yeah, we'll go into detail about that later, but let's start with the biggest bug I found so far, which is obviously not tested at all, or just ignored, I'm not sure. The game only has 3 buttons basically for saving. Save, continue, and new game. Save and continue work fine, but as soon as you press new, or new game, the game will, well, create a new galaxy for you, and you can start on a new planet, and that's fine, and that works. But it will at least sometimes not delete your inventory. Like, I just noticed that actually it doesn't save the inventory from my last game, but anyway, my inventory is quite full, packed from earlier games, so it kind of doesn't save you, delete your inventory for some reason. So you get more resources over and over again the more times you start, which is a little silly to say the least. So this is weird, and it's obviously not tested at all. And your stat bars in the upper lower left don't reset properly either, I think. So this is all a little weird. I'm not sure why this did not get tested properly. I think this game did hit early access way too early. But yeah, let's talk about the good things first, shall we? So the premise of the game is actually quite cool. You crash on a planet, you have to, well, get yourself oxygen supply and food supply, and then gather resources to build a spaceship, fly to other planets, get more resources, get more advanced equipment, and finally build a thing that allows you to jump through the black hole, which is in the middle of the galaxy you're in, and go home. And that's a pretty cool idea, especially because they want to allow you, or actually do kind of already, to like build machines and factories which do all the stuff on their own for you, like gather resources on their own. You don't have to be there with conveyor belts and robotic arms and stuff like that. And that's pretty cool. The other good thing about the game is that there's actually quite a lot to do already. So if you take a look at the crafting menu, the list is very long. Well, kind of long. There's an assault rifle. You actually can build this. Sweet. Oh, let me try this. Didn't have an assault rifle so far, so this might be. Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, I will not comment on this. So, where's my oxygen? I have to get some oxygen running. So if you press G, you can use your consumables to fill up your bars. If you don't fill up your bars, your health will drop, and when your health drops, you die, which doesn't lose you anything actually. You just can come back to the planet and start over again. So, but we want to talk about the crafting system. So the first thing you want to craft are probably foundations. Interestingly enough, the game tells you need foundations, but you kinda don't. Like, did I just spend all my iron again? Shit. This might be a problem. We're a little low on iron. Oh, there we go. Here's iron. Okay, never mind. We can continue. I don't have to restart the video. So, the game tells you that you have to build foundations to build stuff on them. But you kind of sometimes can place stuff without foundations as well, which is a little strange. So, but let's start by actually building foundations. So, and here comes the control scheme. So, we control by mouse and WASD, everything seems fine. Then we press space to get the mouse. And this works fine for this, but as soon as we start, like the problem now is I cannot move the camera obviously. As soon as we start to build more complex stuff with wires and stuff, or if we accidentally press space when we are in this position, we cannot adjust the camera anymore, so we have to press space again. This is clunky as frick. And as you can see, this is kind of buggy as well. You're supposed to put them down here like this, but you cannot here because the ground is slightly higher, I think. For some reason you build with right click. Not sure why that is, but hey, that's the way it goes. So what else do we need? So the first thing we should build is a solar panel, solar generator it's called. And let's let's build that. So this generates electricity, at least on the day, obviously. So we put this down here. Yeah, it's buggy and clunky. I don't know why. It's weird. The controls, like in the crafting menu as well, you would think you could scroll here. Actually, if you move the scroll bar, this happens. So yeah, we can look at our character at least a little bit. And this is actually the best part of the game. So the animations are okayish, not very good, but okayish. But the strife animation to the right works, but the strife animation to the left is this. And this is just ridiculous. What is this guy doing? Why? Why is the strafe animation to the right like proper, and to the left it's... Yeah, I'm dancing, I guess. I don't know. It's going with that. So, you cannot scroll here. You can use the arrow keys, but this will move the camera as well. So yeah, screw you. We want a water pump. Oh, great. Now it got night. Without any warning. There's like no dawn and nothing. What's the other thing? Not dawn. Before their night, like, you know what I mean. God, so water pump sounds like a good idea, and the oxygen generator. Do we have water pipes? What's this? This is a water pipe. That might be enough if you build it properly. Actually, you don't need pipes and wires at all, because if you place buildings next to each other, it actually works as well. But I want to show you how pipes and wires work. So where's the oxygen there? So the water pump. There's our solar panel. In nighttime, it's just dark. You can't see shite. So that's the thing. And now already it's complicated because I cannot turn the camera while I'm trying to place, and I think that was an asteroid just coming down on my head. And those symbols are actually not getting reset properly either, so I'm not even sure where my solar panel is. There we go. There it is. So I wanted to put down my water pump around here somewhere. So let's put it there. Okay, now we have to connect those two. I think you're supposed to connect them here, like take the wire and put it in here, but you actually can put it wherever. Like I can put it just here. Well, it doesn't really let me sometimes, but if you like, for example, what we can do is we can select this, turn it, use the wire, put it on here. Well, actually, we can put it on there as well. The controls. There we go. We managed to do it. Great. So, yeah, this is not connected, but this counts as connected. So whatever. If you just place them next to each other, it's connected as well. So that's okay. We have night, so this is not producing electricity. So it still says we need electricity. Yeah, whatever. Let's zoom in. I think you're supposed to put the wire in here and the water pipe in here, but you actually don't have to. So yeah, let's not really bother with that. We can turn this. Maybe turn this thing. There we go. And now it actually should be connected, kind of okay. Yeah, the conduit is actually the wire is actually going in there, so that's great. This one isn't, but who cares? Let's use some oxygen by pressing G. We need some food. Did I mention already, when those bars go down, you lose health, and if the health goes down, you die. And oh yeah, actually, if you die, you spawn back in the galaxy map, which I cannot show you because there's a different bug. I'm using a multi-monitor setup, so I have 2 monitors plugged in. And if you go to the galaxy map, then the game swaps to the other monitor, at least in window mode, and that screws with the recording. So that's the reason why I cannot really show you that. And I have to make sure I'm not dying, because if I die, it will jump to the galaxy map, and then it screws up my recording, which is not what I want to do it. So I don't want it to do that. So okay, now build the oxygen thingy. So oxygen generator. Yeah, we can put it here in the air for some reason. I guess on the rock. I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to do that. Like, the game says you can only build on foundation. That's obviously not true. But yeah, okay. So let's put it here. I'm not sure they might actually be connected already because they're so close to each other. But just to be sure, We can put a water pipe between them, I guess. Wait, I cannot go this way. Well, we can just put it here, I guess. If the game let me. There we go. I'm not sure. It might not work. Maybe we need a curved one to connect it. We can do that. Curved. Scrolling is not working. Curved water pipe built. Put it there. Run over there. Rotate it with the R button. Place it down here. So now it should be connected, even if it doesn't look like it is. We're waiting for daytime now, so the electricity starts doing stuff. And then we need this thing, which is called oxygen dispenser, I think. Oxygen dispenser air duct. So we take that and put this on the oxygen generator somewhere. It doesn't really matter. You can turn it, you can put it anywhere, I think. At least everywhere I put it so far it did work. And now we're waiting for the day to come up again, so we get electricity. We have to connect this with the solar thing. Okay, let's do that. We don't have enough wires, but we can build more of those, so that should not be a big deal. Oops, wrong button. Wire, build. Oops, we should put it in the quick hotbar. So, and now the control scheme starts to become super annoying, because I cannot return my camera by placing those. I am not sure, maybe some people will see this as a nitpick, but this control scheme is killing the game for me. Like, I can live with bad graphics in an indie game if the gameplay is good, but those controls, holy moly, I cannot stand that at all. Like, I cannot imagine how annoying it will be to build bigger, like, factories and machineries with that control scheme, building like longer wires and building conveyor belts and stuff that work properly. I think this will be infuriating. So yeah, I don't bother to do so. But it seems like some people like this game, and there it's day. So okay, now this thing produces energy, which will power the water pump, which is unfortunately not moving, but it's working. You can see because there's no energy missing symbol, which will produce water for the oxygen generator, which will put the oxygen in this oxygen dispenser. It needs electricity to do so as well, and as you can see, my oxygen bar is full because it filled up because I'm near that thing. If I run away, it will go down again. I'm not sure how far I have to go away, but we'll find out, I guess. There we go. Seem to be out of range now. So now I'm losing oxygen. Or not. Very slowly. There we go. If I get closer again, it will rise again. There we go, 100. Okay, so this works, and as I said, there's a lot to build in this game, so this is one of the good things. There's a lot of stuff, but I cannot fucking stand those controls, like at all. Like, this is... The guys who are designing this have obviously not tested this game very well, or just did not care to fix the bugs yet, and obviously are probably, well, either didn't have the time or the talent to put in a proper control scheme, and this completely kills the game for me. Let's take a look at the option menu really quick, because this is a little weird as well. So here controls, you cannot change them though, or at least I could not figure out how to. So it shows you the hotkeys, but it doesn't let you rebind them. Video, bare minimum, but you get screen resolutions. This is actually, if you're in window mode, so full screen, no, the screen resolution doesn't, like, I don't think it affected at all. Like, the window is not in 1080p. It's close to it, but it's not, because it's not full screen. My monitor is 1080p, so this is a lie. But it works in full screen mode, so whatever. And the audio is really weird. So, if you go to 100, it's quite loud. If you reduce that to 10, it's still loud. It's not. It gets a little quieter if you're going down, but not much. Like 10 is almost as loud as 100. Then you go to 5 and it's silent, and 0 as well. So 0 and 5 is the same. Like, it jumps in five steps, and 10 is pretty loud, and 100 is even louder. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with this. Sounds is, I think, only ambient sound. Let's actually check if you can hear them. Oh, actually, my footsteps do sound as well, but nothing of the other stuff, like the laser is not doing anything. If I get it Oh, it actually does. Never mind, I take that back. There are actually sounds in the game. You cannot hear them over the music though, most of the time. Can you? No, I cannot get to... Oh, I actually can hear them. Okay, never mind. So yeah, there are some sounds in the game. Not too many yet though. Yeah, as I said, I like the premise. I like that there's actually a lot to craft already. You can get in the spaceship and stuff. But holy balls, I cannot stand the bugs and the control scheme at fucking all. And obviously the graphics are not great, but yeah, as I said, for an indie developer, getting graphics good is like you need a lot of time, and you need talented people, and both is quite hard to get for an indie dev. So yeah, that's a problem. I can understand that, and if the game mechanics would be fun, I would say okay, screw the graphics. But I don't know. They're charging $20 for this. Well, a little less right now because there's a release sale for it. But the regular price is $20, or I think 18 euros. And they're planning on increasing that price when the game gets more features. And they're planning on developing it for 1.5 to 2 years. I personally don't see this price tag justified at all. Like, this is not in a state where I would pay $15 for it. No, I wouldn't. But like if I were you. But I don't know. Some people seem to enjoy it. So the thing is, I don't think there are too many other games that do this stuff, at least in space. Like there are other games that do survival crafting stuff, but I don't think there are too many in space. I think Space Engineers is kind of doing it, but it's more about building spaceships, like more like Minecraft, and that's about survival, I think. I did not play too much of it yet, but so this might be a reason people are actually enjoying this, because it's like fulfilling that gap. But yeah, I don't know. I will not play more of this until this completely changes. I don't see a bright future of this game, but I don't want to say it's dead already, because as I said, it seems like people are actually enjoying it. I don't though, so make up your own mind. I think I showed you enough to judge it for yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Farlight Explorers. Thanks a lot for watching, have fun, and see you next time.